All right, what is going on, everyone? It is your boy, Ed Barcero, Philly Net of all things sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. It's been a minute since we've recorded. Some things have been going on in Philly. I've been really busy over the weekend. As you guys can tell, or you don't know, you don't live in America. It was Labor Day weekend, always a big time here in America. So, spent some time with girls' family, getting some beach time, relaxing, get some sun in. Just kind of recharging and whatnot, and it was a little rough, honestly, and obviously, with the Phillies and the Flyers falling to some New York teams. It's never, for me personally, I know some Philly sports fans might feel the same way as me, but losing to a New York team is always this bitter taste. I do not like losing to New York, and losing back-to-back games to the Mets, a team that we should have beaten, and also losing to the Islanders. Our season ends for the Flyers to the hands of the New York Islanders. That's always rough as well. And obviously this video is about how our season ended with the Flyers. I did not watch. I'll be honest with you. Saturday night, it's just something told me, me being weird and me being superstitious, something told me that you shouldn't watch. Just let the Flyers play it out. Whatever happens, but I just felt like for superstition reasons, I shouldn't watch it. And of course, maybe I should have watched it because, as we all know, the Flyers got embarrassed in Game 7. However, this video it's not going to be a negative video. I'm not going to be on here screaming and yelling my frustrations out, because I'll be honest with you guys, like, this team definitely was fun to watch. We definitely took some huge strides that we shouldn't take for granted. So yeah, it was a busy weekend, and not to mention, me and my girlfriend did get ourselves a new car. It's right down there, if you guys can see a little bit. Brand new Subaru. So yeah, it's been a busy couple of days, and finally just got some time in between my workouts. I just got done a little cardio, and a little later I'll be doing some weightlifting. So I wanted to take some time to talk about the Flyers because they are on my mind, and I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the season, on this, not too much of the series, and just where is this Flyers team going to go next? Because after what we saw with the Flyers, one of the best seasons we've had since such a long time, probably the best season since maybe 2012, it kind of abruptly ended in a way we didn't expect. And really, the question is, what is next for the Flyers? Where are we heading as a team with the Philadelphia Flyers? But before we move forward, guys, don't forget, it would really truly mean the world to me if you would like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and the channel to help continue the growth of your favorite parcero. I will definitely continue trying to put out as many videos as possible with all the Philly sports that are going on. Of course, this week is busy with the Eagles returning back to action. It should be a little easier now with the Phillies, winding down. They're in the second half of their season. The Union, we don't know what the hell's going on with the MLS. We're still waiting for the Phase 2 schedule to be next 6 games to be played. It's tough because, the MLS doesn't really want too much traveling going on with their team. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens, and we will obviously wait to hear what the MLS has to say. And of course, the Eagles starting. It's always a big deal in Philly when the Eagles in the NFL starts up. So I do have some stuff for you guys for that. So definitely stay tuned. Of course, I want to give you guys as many videos as possible with the laptop situation. I just need to find some time to reboot the damn laptop. It's really hard to put out consistent videos and for everything that's going on with Philly sports, and give you some good quality without a good laptop. So lately, that's why I've been doing the cell phone with the AirPods. I got some cheaper equipment coming in to give me some good quality content that allows me to make videos faster, more precise. So that'll be coming in the next week. So yeah, so today let's talk a little Flyers. Season has ended on Saturday night, as we all know. Flyers falling to the New York Islanders in Game 7, losing 4-0 in an uneventful game, to be honest, with the Flyers. Other than maybe the first couple minutes of the first period, nothing else was really to write home about with the Flyers. There was obviously not much fight, and once the Islanders got that first goal, it literally was a train reaction, and they all started coming down, and the Flyers are eliminated 4-0. Islanders playing against the Lightning, who actually got beat pretty bad in their first game in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But first off, guys, I do want to congratulate the Islanders. Even though they have one of the most annoying fan bases in all of NHL, that team is a team, as a hockey fan, you can absolutely respect. The Flyers had more talent on the ice than the New York Islanders had, and the Islanders stuck to their system. They believed in Barry Trotz, and they came out and played better than the Philadelphia Flyers flat out. Despite the talent that the Flyers had and the lack of talent that the New York probably had compared to the Flyers, it did not matter because the way they played, they got the best of the Philadelphia Flyers, and it's really tough to expect the Flyers to win in overtime in Game 5, win in overtime in Game 6. Game 6 was the double OT, and then to come into Game 7 and try to get a W, that was a lot to ask for from the Flyers. So the Flyers, to me, in this whole series, were not did not play like the better team. And that's one of the other differences that's the reason why we're watching the Islanders play in the Eastern Conference Finals. And it's just, I just think that this was a learning experience for the Flyers. For first off, it's just a learning experience for the Flyers. First year of Alain Vigneault, like I said, this team took major strides. You saw youngsters step up. You saw the Flyers play. We haven't seen the Flyers play like this in a long time. You found out you got your goalie for the future. You found out you finally have a modern day defense. Like you got, between Ivan Provorov and Travis Sanheim and Philip Myers, and you still remember Sam Warren is still hurt, and he's going to come back. Hopefully, comes back next season. You got young defenders who fit in the modern day type of defenders. Remember all those years we had those goons, those enforcers back there who could not skate with some of the best defenders in the NHL. So the Flyers definitely took strides in Alain Vigneault's first season, but of course we gotta capitalize here. So I mean, what is next for the Flyers? Honestly, what's next for the Flyers? I definitely think that going into next year, the Flyers don't need to make too many crazy changes, because I think that, in Vigneault's first year, it was just a learning experience, especially in that Islander series. I think that's what the Flyers needed, so they can understand what the Stanley Cup playoffs are like. The Islanders are ready for these playoffs. They genuinely were ready for these playoffs. The Islanders have a team that can go far. They have some talent. They have a system that works, and as you can tell, it's gotten them to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I think the Flyers can take a page out of that. It doesn't matter what talent you have. You have to come up and show up. The NHL playoffs are a completely different animal from anything you see in sports. And hopefully the Flyers can definitely learn and take that into next year. So I think when we're looking at the Flyers in 2020, 2021 year, I don't think they need to blow up this too much, but I do definitely think that the young players are safe. So I'm talking about like guys like Travis Konechny, even Joel Farabee, Morgan Frost, Nicholas Aube-Kubel, the defenders we talked about, Provorov. We're talking about Sanheim and Philippe Myers. Player and Carter Hart, obviously. Players like that, I think those are safe. And obviously Claude Giroux has a no-trade clause, so he's not going anywhere. But I think players like Jakub Voracek, Coots, yes, I did say Coots. We got, let's see, even Scott Walton, JVR, those are players I think that are not safe going into next year. Now, I think that you need to trade whoever gives you the best value, which I genuinely think, I would think that Coots would be the most valuable player, but the other issue is he's a really good center and he plays both ways. He wasn't even the issue in the playoffs. But I think that the Flyers need to get someone who's going to bring some leadership and kick some of these players' ass. I felt like, get someone who's going to call players out. And I saw something on Instagram, which, listen, I don't know if it'll work for next year, but I like the idea, and that's bringing Wayne Simmons back to Philly. Now, I think Wayne can bring some veteran leadership, can help mold that mentality back in here, but I don't know if he can give you what we need on the offensive side of the puck. I really don't, but I like the mold, and I like the idea of a guy like Wayne Simmons, but I just don't know how much left he has in that tank. And obviously, we need to find another scorer. That power play, listen, there was a couple games where the power play couldn't do anything, but when you got at least 4 opportunities, you need to get pucks in the back of the net on that power play. I think that needs an improvement. I think that the Flyers need to go out there and find themselves a sniper of some sort. Those are two things that the Flyers need to shore up for next year. And again, those 4 older players that I mentioned, those guys are not safe. And I believe in Chuck Fletcher. Look, the moves he made this past year, you could say what you want about Chuck Fletcher in his past. He made some solid moves, whether you're talking about the Kevin Hayes trade, or go in trade deadline going out and getting a Nate Thompson and a Derek Grant, who helped you in the playoffs and in the later half of the season. And going out and get Matt Niskanen was huge as well. I think that Niskanen helped the development of some of these young defenders. So I believe in Chuck Fletcher, and I believe he's going to be able to make the moves that's going to improve this roster. So I'm going to be really excited to see what happens there. But a move or two needs to be made for the Flyers next year. You need to find the way to combat teams that are going to outwork you, because like we saw throughout the year, the Flyers, when it came to some of the good teams in the NHL, I'm talking about the Bostons, the Washingtons, the Tampas, they showed up and played really well. But then when you're talking about the teams like the Islanders or even that Montreal series where it looked at doubt at times, the Flyers did not play to what we expected them to play. So definitely some moves are going to be made this come summer, and I'm going to be excited to see what Chuck Fletcher does. And of course, any rumors that I hear, we're going to talk about and give you my thoughts on it. At the end of the day, I'm still really proud of this team. This team made huge strides in its first season under Alain Vigneault. We found our goaltender for the future in Carter Hart. Carter Hart was spectacular, and if he improves upon the way he played in these playoffs, in his first playoff taste, listen, our future is super bright, because you guys know, if you have a hot goalie come playoff time, you got a good shot at winning the cup. So I really love what we got there. And like I mentioned, we got good young players. Travis Konecny is the future of this league, and him going through his first playoff experience, I think that's huge for him. He didn't score in the playoffs. That was an issue. That was a serious issue. He was your leading goal scorer in the regular season, didn't score a goal in the playoffs. That's a real problem there. So I believe he's going to learn from this. I believe Joel Farabee, Morgan Frost are the future, and I believe that they will be up there soon enough, guys. I think Nicholas Kubel is going to improve as well. And I think Chuck Fletcher's still going to find those veteran players who's going to help this team. And like I said, I think he's going to make a move for the future. So we still have to be proud of this team. And let's not forget to mention the Oscar Lindblom story. It's spectacular. What Oscar's gone through in his life this past year specifically with his leukemia, and we weren't sure if he would be able to play this year. And he came back and he played in two playoff games. He played in 2 playoff games. That's super inspirational as a human being. And I'm going to be excited to see. Obviously, we want to see if Oscar came back to his form that he played before his cancer. But sorry, we got flies everywhere. But it's super inspirational, and it definitely pushed the Flyers. But it's just, at the end of the day, there was just not enough in Game 7 for the Flyers. So that season's over, guys. It's upsetting. The playoff beard is gone though, so luckily I get to see a little more face. Got a little trim done because of the playoff beard being gone. But it's tough, man. It's really tough. I feel you, Flyers fans. I'm right there with you guys. It's upsetting, but this is a good first step. Alain Vigneault, guys, you know what kind of coach he is. He's taken 2 other separate teams to Stanley Cup, and I really think that he can do the same thing with the Flyers. This summer, we need to get those missing pieces, and we will make a run next season. Best believe it, guys. But in the comments below, let's talk about the Flyers. Let me know what your thoughts are. As far as what do you think? What your thoughts were on the Flyers season, and what do you think the Flyers need to do so we can finally get a cup back in Philly? I want to celebrate down Broad Street. I want to feel a Flyers parade, guys. So definitely let me know what you guys think the Flyers need to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up to this point, guys, but please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help continue the growth of your favorite Parcero. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of El Parcero Philly. Telling you guys, let's go Flyers. Let's go Flyers. I'll talk to you soon.